Hey guys, my name is Jason Meyer, and this is my first actual review of a product for this channel. I decided to review uh, a little thing called Powerbait by Berkley. It was Catfish Dough Bait, and the flavor that I picked out was chicken blood flavor. Uh, I am a very experienced fisherman. Uh, Fishing all over Arizona in the local ponds and streams and rivers. So I thought this might be a good thing to try and review and get my channel started here. So I'll go over a few good things here. The I bought it at Dick's Sporting Goods for $5.99. Some of the other flavors were only $3.99, but I wanted to try the chicken blood flavor. And I watched a video on their website talking about the actual catfish dough baits. And in that video clip, one of their team members said that it was the best uh, new, I guess, type of catfish bait around. Uh, so basically saying that it's superior to your dip baits and stuff like that. So I was really excited about using it. I went to a local pond, and the day that I went, which was yesterday, they had stocked the pond with catfish at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now I've been fishing at this pond for a good solid 2 months, about 2 or 3 times a week, and I have caught several catfish of all different sizes. And I've caught them on a variety of different baits. I've caught them on hot dogs. I've caught them on dip baits. I've caught them on chicken livers, sweet corn that was marinated, uh, anything, night crawlers, anything that you can think of, I have caught them on except for these dough baits. I have never used these before. Uh, so I went out there and I just did the first time I set it up, I just did a simple Carolina rig, or some people down here call them drop shot rigs if you're fishing for bass. What it is tying a hook on first and then a leader and tying your sinker at the end of your line. When I tried this with the dough bait, I found out that it didn't really work the best just because when the dough bait landed on the ground, the hook spun a certain way so that it was parallel with the fishing line, and the fishing line actually cut through the dough bait. And I was using a Gamakatsu circle hook, different various sizes. So I had that sitting for about a half an hour in the water with zero bites, unfortunately. And then I realized that the Carolina rig was kind of screwing up the dough bait, so I just went with a normal setup with the sinker and then a leader and another Gamakatsu circle hook. Tried that, and I had it in the water for about 45 minutes and still did not have a single bite. The packaging says that it leaves an intense blood trail in the water. Uh, and the thing that I guess was disappointing for me was there was a gentleman about 10 feet away from me, maybe 20 feet away, who was using blood flavored dip bait and catching catfish. There was a father and his daughter about 20 feet the other way. They were using hot dogs and catching catfish. And as I said earlier, this was one of my spots where I always catch several catfish, so I know that they're there. I have a nice hole picked out where they're always at. So it wasn't like they just weren't biting that day because people all around me were catching them. And I noticed, one good thing about the bait was that it didn't leave a mess on my hands. Um, it didn't get sticky, it didn't smear, my hands didn't smell. But on the other hand, looking at it, the bait really didn't smell bad at all. Where I'm from, it was a small town, and when I was a kid, the local bait shop didn't have air conditioning, so every day in the summer when we would go to buy night crawlers or whatever to go fishing, you could smell stink bait from a mile away. You can't You just don't get that with this. It smells, but it's not intense like you would think a stink bait should be. So like I said, I let the second set sit for about 45 minutes and I reeled it in, and the dough bait was actually still on there, which is a good point. Meaning that the dough bait doesn't dissolve quickly like other dough baits do. So then I threw it back out for about another half hour or so and did not have a single bite still. So I was there for a good 2.5 hours without a single bite while other people around me were catching catfish. So it was a little discouraging and a little disappointing. So today I took it out again to a local river to try it out. And this time I kind of took it as a control group. On one pole, I used a dip worm and some dip stink bait. I won't tell you which brand. Threw that out, exact same pole, exact same hook, sinker, line, everything. On the other one, I used this chicken blood flavored dough bait from Berkley. I probably had at least a dozen bites on the dip bait before I even checked my dough bait. It sat there once again with 0 bites at all, and the baits were probably about 6 feet away from each other in the water. And there I was out there for 3 to 4 hours today and caught all of my catfish on the dip bait, and not one single catfish was on the dough bait. So overall, I would probably give the Berkley Powerbait Catfish Dough Baits chicken blood flavor probably about 2 stars out of 5. And the only reason I'm doing that is A, it doesn't dissolve quickly, and B, it doesn't leave a mess on your hands and your hands don't stink. But as I said, the fact that it didn't smell terrible like stink bait should, and just the simple fact that I didn't get one single bite on this the entire time I was fishing when there were absolutely catfish all around, it just made it seem like the bait did not work at all. So this is definitely one flavor that I will be putting away and not using. In the future, I will be getting out some of the other flavors. They have just regular blood flavor, they have fish flavor, they have liver flavor. I'll try those and see how they are. But yeah, so for the Berkley Powerbait Catfish Dough Bait chicken blood flavor, I give it an overall 2 out of 5 stars. Thank you very much for watching this video. Next time I do a product, I know I'm going to be getting a lot of products in the mail: fishing products, kitchen products, household products, all over the place. I'm going to be getting all kinds of new products that you guys have never seen before to review. And those will all be on an actual video. Right now, I just don't have the setup to do it. But in the future, it will be done on video. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you subscribe and keep up to date with us. Bye.